Review number 1. I had this pan for 6 months. Granted almost everyday use, the non-stick surface began to show signs of peeling. I wrote all Clad and they had me send them the pan for evaluation. They said that it is not covered by the lifetime guarantee. No explanation. They did send it back to me and I continued using it for another 4 months. I attached pictures of pan after 10 months of use, until I read online that the non-stick surface is flaking off into our morning eggs. I tried to get a service rep on phone, no avail. Just to be clear, I followed the directions, hand washed with warm water only, no metal utensils. I haven't had any issues with my all-Clad stainless pieces, but the non-stick surface is really poorly made. I have a larger non-stick frying pan that doesn't get used nearly as often that is also beginning to show signs of wear. I think they need to suspend sales and re-engineer or warn people that the non-stick pieces are only good for 6 months of daily use. At minimum they need to suspend the lifetime warranty. Really disappointed. Review number 2. I had enjoyed the use of a couple of all-Clad non-stick fry pans for something like 15 years, and treated them with care, but the non-stick eventually wore out, as many people have observed. I emailed all-Clad about the warranty and they asked that I mail them in for inspection. Within about 6 weeks, all-Clad mailed me 2 brand new non-stick fry pans. They can count me as a loyal and satisfied customer. Review number 3. I've had the 8, 10, and 12-inch sizes of these fry pans for about 6 years. Here lately, they weren't as non-stick as they should have been. I emailed customer service. They sent me a prepaid return label on March 25, 14. I returned the pans with a kind note explaining my dissatisfaction. On April 11, 14, 3 brand new pans were on my doorstep. I believe if you follow the care instructions for this cookware, all-Clad will stand behind their lifetime warranty. Review number 4. We purchased this skillet on January 13, 2013, and by June 2013, the non-stick interior had failed. We had taken all the precautions advised by company, including never going above medium heat on any foods, storing it well padded against scratches, using only silicone utensils with it and washing it by hand with mild detergent. I would not purchase this item again and would advise anyone else to try another brand of skillet. It was an expensive mistake on our part, and one we will not make again. Review number 5. More than disappointed. Base was nowhere near flat, straight out of the box, no pun intended. Even came with the little paper sheet claiming that Jane Doe inspected it. Customer service, if you can call it that, sent a short, canned and useless response. These people are indifferent. All-Clad may have been a great name at one time. Not anymore. Now they're just resting on their laurels. Should also mention that the product I bought was one of their Made in American with Pride pieces, not one the pans they sell that are now made in China. Review number 6. 5 years ago my wife gifted me with the 12 non-stick stainless fry pan and I was thrilled to have a quality, high-capacity pan. Unfortunately, I was never pleased with it but didn't want to insult my wife. She had purchased it from Williams-Sonoma, so I know it wasn't cheap. Finally, about 2 months ago I suggested we take it off the overhead pot rack and give it away as I rarely used it. It was then that I admitted my dislike for it. Amazingly, my wife admitted also avoiding using it for the same reasons this non-stick pan was anything but. We both experienced food sticking to its surface, uneven browning, and difficulty cleaning, not attributes of non-stick cookware. We had both returned to using regular stainless and cast iron. Before giving it away, my wife suggested we return it to all Clad for an evaluation. Their website gives specific instructions on what to do before returning anything and includes step-by-step direction on how to first clean the pan, etc., etc. We followed every step to no avail, so decided it had to go back to its mama. We got a return authorization, sent the pan off and promptly forgot about it, since we hadn't actually used it for over 6 months anyway. After almost 2 months, I found a package on my doorstep, a new D5 non-stick stainless 12 fry pan from All Clad. Although no comments were included, I must presume that they found my returned pan to be defective. That is the only reason stated on their website for a full replacement. I had been prepared to hear nothing or to receive a form letter stating I had abused the pan, that it was all my fault and I was out of luck, none of which would be true, as we take prima care of our cookware. Do not overheat, do not use metal, do not use scrubbers, etc. I haven't yet used the new D5 non-stick stainless pan, but am writing this review to document that All Clad is an honorable company. I will definitely return to this site with a follow-up should the pan perform poorly. I will put it through multiple tests early, not over the span of months, as I want to know, will I love this pan or be jilted? Review number 7. Just stay away. The non-stick peels off and the pan is unusable. I will try to see if their warranty works, but I would not buy this brand again. Review number 7. Seems well constructed, and so far the non-stick surface has held up, though it's only been about 6 months. Unfortunately, the browning on this pan is not consistent. There's an inner circle of maybe 6 to 8 inches that browns really well, and everything outside of that is much cooler. We made pancakes the other day, with 3 pancakes going at a time. Each pancake was about half brown, looking entirely done, while the other half was barely blonde. We have an induction range, and an LE Cruzet pan that doesn't suffer from the same problem, so I'm blaming the pan. We had a Farberware pan before this that also heated evenly on this same range. Review number 1. I had this pan for 6 months, granted almost everyday use. The non-stick surface began to show signs of peeling. I wrote All Clad and they had me send them the pan for evaluation. They said that it is not covered by the lifetime guarantee. No explanation. They did send it back to me and I continued using it for another 4 months. I attached pictures of pan after 10 months of use, until I read online that the non-stick surface is flaking off into our morning eggs. I tried to get a service rep on phone, no avail. Just to be clear, I followed the directions, hand wash